After defeat in their latest plot, it is now they who again talk of diplomacy. We have always been ready for diplomacy on an equal footing, on condition of mutual respect, and for meeting mutual interests.
Right now we're talking to them, we're talking to Iran, and if we could work something out, that'd be great, and if we can't, probably bad things would happen.
Amid rapidly escalating US-Iran tensions, Tehran has issued a stark new warning that explicitly links Israel to any American attack on Iranian soil, raising the stakes for the entire region. Iranian officials have declared that any US strike on Iran will automatically trigger a direct military response against Israel, not just against American forces. In a televised interview with Dean, Ali Shamkhani, a senior advisor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, personally delivered this warning to Washington and Tel Aviv. Appearing in full military uniform, Shamkhani said his attire was chosen deliberately to send a clear message of readiness and resolve. He argued that Iran has long been living under constant shadow of war, because of pressure and threats from its regional and global adversaries. His comments came as Washington continues to build up its forces near Iran while quietly increasing back-channel pressure on Tehran over its nuclear program. Shamkhani stressed that negotiations are possible only on the nuclear file itself, and only directly with the United States, not with a wider group. He insisted that any talks would require Washington to remove explicit threats and drop what he called its unrealistic demands. Shamkhani also criticized European governments for failing to contribute meaningfully or constructively to recent nuclear discussions. His criticism comes days after the European Union's decision to label IRGC a terrorist organization further undermines its credibility as a neutral negotiating partner. Still, he suggested that in a fair, non-coercive climate, a new nuclear understanding could be possible if Iran's security and economic interests are respected. At the same time, Iran has flatly rejected any proposal that involves shipping its enriched uranium stockpiles abroad. Shamkhani stated there is no justification whatsoever for exporting enriched uranium, calling such demands a violation of Iran's sovereignty. He cited Ayatollah Khamenei's religious fatwa banning nuclear weapons as a core principle guiding Iran's nuclear posture. Tehran has repeatedly maintained that its nuclear program is purely peaceful and strictly under domestic control and monitoring. Shamkhani indicated that Iran could consider lowering its enrichment level from 60% down to around 20% if it receives meaningful compensation. However, Shamkhani emphasized that any reduction in enrichment must translate into tangible political and economic gains for Tehran, not just symbolic gestures. Meanwhile, Israel's IDF chief of staff reportedly flew secretly to Washington for urgent high-level talks about future strategy toward Iran. General Eyal Zamir is said to have shared fresh intelligence indicating Iran has been rapidly rebuilding both its missile forces and critical nuclear infrastructure. According to reports, Zamir assessed that a potential US attack window could fall somewhere between 2 weeks to 2 months from now. Israeli officials reportedly fear that Donald Trump may settle for a narrow deal focused only on enrichment levels, leaving Iran's growing missile arsenal and regional power largely untouched.